Yeah, Benz, you go to the gym today? Or this
No, the bods is pretty dumpy right now. I need to. Although I did work out for the first time in like months a couple days ago.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't want Brit to leave me, so I
You
gotta
got to
step
stay
it
in
up.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm impressed with the new baby, everything. Like that's a hard time to get to the gym. Bill, what about you? How many days are you going to the gym these days? Or do you even
These
go to a
days,
gym?
so I do not go to a gym. I do everything at the house. I am in the process of physical therapy on my leg, so that has prevented me from kind of working out like I normally like to. But I'm getting there. So I try to work out every morning for at least like 30 minutes or something like that. But I don't always get to it. Like this morning, I wanted to. Woke up a little bit later than I wanted to, and just these cold winter months, I feel like that's prevents me from kind of jumping right out of bed.
Yeah, you want to stay
Yeah,
cozy in that bed.
yeah. So I try to do some stuff, but I've been hitting it up at least. The physical therapy sessions are almost like a gym session for me. Like I'm breaking a sweat doing everything like that I'm doing. So, but I try to do some stuff every day. Some type of combination of cardio and strength training. But that's what I kind
Yeah.
of focus on.
What about you, Justin?
I went. It was funny. Part of this, the inspiration for this, I was sick for about like 3 weeks, fighting some sort of head cold. It was awful, and it was just like I couldn't work out. I tried, and I couldn't do it. But I used to think, well, we can get into it later. I try to work out every morning, and otherwise, I need that like mental release.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're sick, that's all you're thinking about. It's all consuming. So it got me thinking about health and wealth and the intercommingling and the interrelationships between the two. Hey, let's just get right into it. Let's get started with the show. Welcome, everybody, to another week of Wealth Wisdom, where we're helping you build wealth and legacy.
Companies are like an organism trying to survive.
It's always a risk when you're investing in a company that's purely tied to someone's brand.
45% of Americans have gone into debt for a Disney trip. Obviously, this week, if you haven't already figured it out, this week we are talking about health and wellness.
And how that affects potentially your wealth, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's get back into it. It's huge, right? Like, I mean, Bill, why are we talking about health? It's like I think you just said it, but could go a little deeper there for everyone listening.
Well, I mean, I just to break it down simply, I just think if you're not healthy, you can't perform your best at your job. So if you're not taking, and again, you don't need to be. I'm not saying that you have to be in the gym throwing up all sorts of weight and you know what I mean, anything like that. Something as simple as a daily walk, right? A brisk walk is
Yeah.
it's proven to kind of just giving you that mental release, right? To give you that kind of shot of endorphins that allows you to think clearer. And if you can stay healthy and if you can avoid those small illnesses and stuff like that that you might be more prone to if you're not living a healthy lifestyle, keeps all those things that just drag you down and affect your job. And
Yeah.
so if you can stay healthy, it can lead to making you a more wealthy person. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some interesting data we'll get into later in the show on that. Eric, have you ever felt? I don't know about you guys. I used to feel guilty for going to the gym because it was taking away time from my work.
Oh, yeah, or like family time, right?
Yeah, or family time. And then
Yeah.
just recently, I'm 40 now, so it took me a long time to figure this out. But it was last year it came to this epiphany of like, it's actually a selfless thing to go work out. So I considered it selfish. Like here I am taking an hour a day for me, and it was taking away time from my work. Because like on the busy days when I was super busy, I would just go to work, right? And I would sit there for 10 hours and just whatever it took to get the work done. But like now I figured out like that 1 hour or half hour, whatever it is that I'm working out, provides the fuel for me to be even more productive while I'm working and with family and later. I don't know about you guys. Have you ever found that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt like I work so much that whenever I got to work out, I'm like, oh great, I get a little break from so. I've never felt like I've been missing something. Cause it's the same thing too. I always feel like I'm more productive, right? I'm less anxious. I'm less fidgety. I'm more locked in when I do work. It just calms my mind to the point where my concentration levels are significantly better when I work out. It's not even, it's night and day. I mean, I can't even.
Really?
Oh yeah, there are days where if I haven't worked out in a bit, I don't even know what the production level is, but I feel like I'm going at like 50%, 60% of what I'm capable of if I haven't gotten those good workouts in. So,
yeah. Will you ever plan a client meeting or call with coworkers on a walk, just to like build it into the day? Eric, have you ever done that, or Bill?
No, I'm too much of a control freak. I grew up with my dad doing that all the time, actually.
Oh, really?
But me, I always feel like I need to have everything in front of me. If a client like asks about their account, and I'll have their performance. Although most of the time people aren't really concerned with that, so I'm sure I could do something like that. Yes.
A walk and talk, check in. I don't know, Bill, have you ever done that?
I will do it. Yeah, I mean, I'll if I'm at my house, I walk around my house. Like, don't have great cell service there. Probably enough, just whatever. I'm in like a valley, so it just kind of seems to not always be going well. But if I'm at the office, I'll kind of pace around the office, especially if I'm alone in the office. Just kind of do some laps and stuff like that. I don't necessarily go outside and do it a lot, but yeah, I will. I like to pace when I talk. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, just lately, like whenever I hang out with friends, I'm trying to integrate a piece of fitness into it. So like pickleball, tennis, going for a run. I don't know why. I'm always thinking about like how to kill two birds with one stone kind of thing with the fitness piece. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, social. Yep, you're more likely to do it then too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, like golf. I don't know if was golf considered a workout?
If you carry your bag, yeah. If you walk it, you're walking a couple miles, things like that. So I know, like when I play, I like to carry my own bag and the hills and stuff like that. You think about people wearing weighted vests or things like that to work out. You got a bag with a full set of clubs. Yeah, I don't know what the weight is on that, but it's definitely at least 20 pounds. And you're climbing, there's certain parts you're going up 45-degree hills or things like that on a golf course. It definitely gets the heart rate up. So,
yeah. And the other, so to me, just as we're talking about health and wellness, the other day we were talking about to a potential client about their retirement plans, and I think health is so integrated with retirement, right? Like, what's the point of having all this financial success if you can't enjoy it in your later years?
Oh yeah, I mean, what's a major cost, right, in retirement too, is health insurance and things along those lines, and even later on, right, it can protect you. A lot of people have said you work out, it makes a huge difference in like what your life is going to be like in your 60s, in your 70s, in your 80s, right? Is it going to be an active social life? Is it going to be, are you going to be able to do things? Are you going to be able to go anywhere you want, whenever you want? Or are you going to be kind of saddled with health issues where it's at a detriment, right? Where you can't travel because you can't walk long distances. You can't, all those little things you can't do at that age. So you want to make sure that you keep yourself in shape so that your golden years are golden, right? And they're not.
Right.
They're not like a sludge through life at that point. Everyone says that makes a huge difference, right? It's just, you want to be active so that you can appreciate those times, whether it's helping out with your grandkids or just doing really anything, right? It's so much better if you keep an active lifestyle. So you're not sludging your way right through life.
Yeah, Bill, when do you think you have to like, if you, I guess, where do you think you, like, at what age?
There is no
really
time like the present. There is no time like the present. Okay. So I don't care if you've never worked out, and you say, oh, geez, I can't get into it, start walking, right? Once the walk starts getting too hard, get a weighted vest. You know what I mean? And throw on a 10-pound vest or a 20-pound vest or something like that. You don't, I'm not saying that you don't have to be pumping iron like every day like The Rock or something like that. There's a lot of things that you can be doing to stay active that really anybody can do. So something as simple as getting in a 20-minute walk, that makes a huge difference. After dinner, right? Just walk.
The after dinner walk is fantastic. Do you do that, Eric? Do you do that with Britt? Go after dinner walk?
No, I don't do anything with any consistency when it comes to working out.
Dude, the after dinner walk also, not only it gets the heart rate up a little bit, but it helps with the digestion, I feel. After dinner. It's great. And it's a fun thing to do with the family, right? Like you could walk your baby and good time. I think walking and talking and building healthy relations, it's a great thing. So it
so
does
the
all
problem
of
is,
it.
Justin, we're a little older than Eric, and so Eric is just like, he doesn't experience any of the
We do
little pains.
after dinner with Bravo TV. That's what we do.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, though.
Eric's taking his youthful health for granted right now.
Yes, exactly. He doesn't deal with any of the little pains. I mean, like I said, I hurt my leg playing hockey, but I didn't really even do anything. I just took a stride, and my leg somehow produced the worst injury I've ever had in my life, and literally put me in bed for a month. And I did nothing. So that's the scary thing, right? Like kind of what happens when you're older, little things like that. Just so. So that's why I like to get on Eric to start doing it now, build up strength, because that's going to help you from even those, again, those little tweaks and things like that used to be a day or two. Now they turn into 10 days. And might take 2 months on 2 months and going, right? I'm still dealing with it. It's over 2 months later, and I'm still in pain. So you gotta, it's like building your bank. You gotta keep building that over time, and then build that fortress, right? So that your bank is solid, and that's like your body. So
that is such a great analogy. Like building your bank account, especially I think with weight training. I used to be a huge runner. Running is great, right? And I think from a cardio perspective, it's good to have cardio health, but it's amazing on the weight side. I think you lose your cardio much quicker than you do your weight, like your fitness ability in weightlifting, right? You feel like you've built that muscle over a longer time, and then say you miss a few weeks. Not only are your bones are denser and everything, like you just have that muscle built up. Whereas cardio, I think you can lose it really quickly. Yeah. I used to, my swim coach, he would say like it takes 4 weeks. I'm going to misquote this. It's like 4 or 5 weeks to get in cardio shape, and then a week to lose it.
Yeah, I would believe it.
Something like that.
I mean, I'm not a runner per se. I like to run. I've never done it with any consistency. I've always played short burst sports and stuff like that. So I've never really been one to really hit the pavement really hard. Because everything I played was I played football, right? So it's it's more sprints and stops, and then same thing with hockey, right? Minute long shifts, going as hard as you can, taking a break. So I never really did a lot of just long distance running, although I do love to go for a long run. And a long run for me is not, some people would probably laugh, right? I'm a 3 to 5 mile person. I'm not I don't like to go
a lot.
Yeah.
Even 1 mile is a lot for some people, right? And which is fine.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying, but as you talk to a runner, right?
Oh, no.
They're 7 miles, 10 miles, 12 miles, something like that. I'm not looking to run for hours at a time.
Yeah.
I like to go for 24 to 40 minutes at most. So
yeah.
But I do like that though.
Do you belong to a gym, Bill?
Me? No, I just work out at the house, just my house. I kind of went a little crazy during the pandemic with equipment and stuff like that. So I have a lot of stuff. We'll put it that way. I just have a lot of equipment at the house.
Got all the gear.
Yeah, to the point
You have an
where
assault bike and like rowing machine and all that stuff, right?
That's
good
awesome.
deal. Yeah, I got a lot of kettlebells, a lot of different kettlebells, dumbbells,
Hmm.
and various equipment like bands and things like that as well that I use, PRX, and stuff like that. So
Hmm. Eric, do you go to a gym or do you do it at home?
I have some dumbbells at home, but I also go to the Brown gym nearby. To they have a lot of nice equipment and stuff. When I do go, that
I was
is.
gonna say, you going or just
Um,
contributing?
yeah, I'm just paying monthly right now. I'm not going. We're getting free money. Um, but going back to like overall fitness, how it relates to finance, and retirement. There's like kind of five key points that most people are concerned with when it comes to retirement, which is financial stability, healthcare costs, quality of life, family time, travel, and leisure. Obviously, everyone understands healthcare, why that would be important, cardiovascular health, quality of life, being able to move around, family time, being able to pick up the grandkids, and then travel and leisure, same thing, moving around. But
Yeah.
like, oh, how does it apply with financial stability? Um, One way to look at it, and this is the way I look at health, because I'm not that as forward looking, but for me, it's almost like a vain thing, because I know, oh, I'm constantly being judged every day based on my appearance, and I don't want to look fat or out of shape, or people think I'm lazy and lacking discipline. So that's my only motivation right now, is purely like, what do people think about me and how I look
Pure vanity.
first,
Pure vanity.
yeah.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Which it has huge impact financially, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to close on a new client or anything along those lines.
Oh yeah. Actually, I mean, we pulled some research for the show today. I mean, it's wild. So people who exercise regularly who are found to earn 6 to 10% more in salary, right? Just overall income is 6 to 10% more than their out of shape peers.
And do you think that's because, okay, do you think that's causation or correlation? Is it just that, oh,
Hmm.
people that work out more happen to be more motivated and greater go-getters? Or maybe it's a little mix of everything, where it's, hey, I work out more, means I'm in shape, less likely to be judged, and I'm also more motivated in general, all those things above.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a mix, right? Like I think there's with working out consistently over time, right? Because no one can get in shape in a day. Like you don't just say, "Hey, I'm getting in shape today," right? It's
Right.
over time. Just like in finance, right? Like it takes consistent investing and discipline to get to where you want to go on your goals. But I think just if you can do that, you start to build confidence in yourself and you start to look better in the mirror and I think confidence levels are going to correlate especially to a higher income. I think you're gonna perform better. You're gonna push for yourself. You're gonna go talk. You're gonna go ask for that raise a little more likely. I also think, and maybe I'm gonna get crucified for saying this on the show, but I do think if you are more attractive and have higher confidence levels, you're going to be able to command a higher salary. I just like, or you're gonna if you're in sales, I think you're gonna have more success. Just I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just my opinion.
No, I'm sure it is in some cases. I think it relates back to that person's more disciplined
Yeah.
and that person's more reliable, right? Because you're less likely to get sick. You're less
Yes.
likely to have other issues. A person who works out is less likely to have mental and physical issues, right, of any kind. So, like when you couple those things, a person is they have a more disciplined approach to life, and they have and they're more reliable, right, for the people that they work with, either their clients or their employers, right? And I think
Coworkers. Yeah. Yep.
coworkers, everything like that, right? You're not someone. Oh, this person's sick again today, and they had this issue. We had something planned, and now it's going to get pushed back because
Yeah.
this person's not taking care of themselves, and now and then because of that, they're not around when you need them. You know what I mean? I think that plays a big role in it.
Yeah.
I had an uncle who once said, he's like, you just got to show up. Sometimes, like, right, you just got to show up. So even when you're, and that goes with working out, it also goes with work, right? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So sometimes just coming, getting there, that makes all the difference in the world. You know what I mean? And that's what I think plays a big role, right? Is that you're being reliable, right? And that.
Yeah, and I think you're also a happier, right? You have like, I think there's studies that show endorphins. You're going to get natural high, the runner's high, or if you're lifting weights, you become, a more positive, happier person. And I think people want to be around happier people, just in general. And you have more energy you can bring to the job, right? But it is, I mean, Eric, when you're looking to hire someone, are you looking to hire a positive, happy person, or,
Dude, I thought you were gonna say, like, are you looking at how in shape they are?
No,
like,
it's not even the
like,
vanity
oh,
piece. I
they,
think it's not that. I think it's like if they're happy, they're fun to be around, and they're hardworking, right? Like,
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I remember I was taking a class in grad school, and they brought a small business owner on to talk about just his whole experience starting up his business, hiring, firing, all that stuff. He said the hiring was the most difficult piece of owning a small business. And at the end of the day, he said, you know what? Try to pick someone who you feel like you could go have a beer with. And I don't know. I don't know how
I've heard that advice a lot. I think it's a good advice for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that that is not, like, you're not going to go grab beers all the time with those people. I mean, maybe you don't drink, but I think it's just saying, like, you want to be around coworkers who are happy and positive, because it works hard, right? It's
Correct,
like, and you're spending a majority of your time with those people. So,
absolutely. Sometimes more than your family sometimes. So yeah, you better be happy working with them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So like that 6 to 10% more than, and it was Journal of Labor Research. So that's where the study was conducted. 6 to 10%. It also, another study looked at, it was $6,500 higher, just overall income level. So high, and along with higher rates of employment. So the study found that they can keep a job longer as well. So I think that's monstrous, because if you do the math, and you can go to the website, foxhillwealth.com, go to the compound interest calculator.
You take compound, right?
Right. You take the $6,500 a year that you're earning above and beyond your coworkers. You start investing that over time. So now, like, the fitness starts to translate into a true ROI, right?
It sounds like what you're saying, Justin, is we should only hire attractive people. That's what I'm hearing, bro.
I don't know where you
I didn't say that. I didn't say
that at all, Eric. What he was saying was that.
No. I did not say attractive. I said that they're happier, right? If you're working out, you're happier. You're a
Eric, there was
more positive person.
I don't know where you got that interpretation, Eric. Eric is just trying to convey his thoughts. I don't know if anyone else is noticing that right now.
No, I'm saying.
But right. I mean, I just think all those benefits, right? All those benefits that you get from working out on a day-to-day basis and year-to-year, it projects out to a year-to-year basis and everything like that. And there's so many benefits that come with it.
Yeah.
And financially is just one of the benefits, right? So like when it tie into what we do, that's where we want to talk about it, and it's just so important. You look at the numbers, it all adds up, and so it's like an investment in yourself, right? We talk about paying ourselves first, investing in ourselves first. Mm-hmm. You want to do that obviously monetarily, but you also want to do that physically, right? And the two, in a lot of cases, they go hand in hand. So
yeah, and I think there's also, so I'm getting back out there into the networking scene, and It's been a while after kids, and it was just like hard to get out all the time. And one way I'm doing that is just joining a pickleball. Like there's a racket club down the road, and pickleball is huge, and it's just fun. And so like the other night I went out, a friend of mine, he brought 4 other guys. None of us knew each other except that one common friend we all had. End of the night, after we played 15 rounds of pickleball, you feel like you know these guys, right? Like it builds camaraderie. So like if I wasn't in shape enough to go have that opportunity to play pickleball, I wouldn't have met those guys. So I think not only is there's got to be a correlation of higher income, but the networking you can do, it's faster relationship building compared to like going out for cocktails and saying, hey, what do you do for work? This is what I do for work, right? Like not to say that's bad either, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
like
they all have a place, right? You know what I mean? But
yeah, if you're on the course, if you're on the golf course, Eric, with someone you play 18 holes, that's 4 hours at least of talking time, right?
Yeah, you learn a lot about a person, about their family.
Yeah,
because you get past that point of just the pleasantries when you have to spend that much time with somebody. Yeah,
and you have that distraction of the golf happening too, so it's not awkward ever.
Right.
Yeah, I hope to get to a point where I actually can play good golf, so that's not bringing, we talk about bringing down, being happy, right? Yeah, bringing down my mood. People are like, wow, Bill's a nice guy, but he's a real miserable guy.
Yeah.
But, you got to put the time in, right? So don't play consistently enough, so don't, that translates to not having a great game. So, got to get the consistency going, you know what I mean? So that those scores come down. I'll be a little happier out there. So,
yeah, I think the other thing. So, do you guys think if you join a Planet Fitness, which is actually amazing, the business of Planet Fitness, right? They rely on their members to not show up.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's
pretty.
I mean,
on average, a Planet Fitness gym has 6,500 members per gym. They can only hold 300 people.
Well, it's because you sign up annually,
wild.
and everyone signs up in January, and then doesn't.
You never go.
New Year's resolution, and you don't show up after like a month.
Yeah, 60% of its members didn't visit.
And they price it they price it at a number where it's like, if you don't show up, it doesn't bother you, right? $10 a month,
right?
$15 a month. So it's not breaking the bank, but it just is like a cash flow for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you think you get a better ROI if you join one of those like country club gym memberships, like a Lifetime Fitness, Equinox, HealthWorks? They're all popping up all over the country.
I think to a degree. I did an Equinox for a year, and I was like, I didn't use any of the like extra stuff, so then I cut that. The best experience I've had with the gym is an expensive one where it's instructor led everything. It gets you to show up. It gets you to work out the hardest you've ever worked out. That's where you're really going to get your return on investment.
Yeah.
But do you think knowing that you're dropping like $150, $200 a month on a gym membership, you think that pushes people to go?
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of them too, because for scheduling reasons, they make you put there's you have to put a little bit on each class. That's how some of them do it. Like maybe each class you got to put like $10 down. It forces you to show up.
Well, I know like Lifetime, there's no additional cost for the classes, so they have yoga classes. The only thing you have to pay extra for is Pilates. That's the one thing that you pay extra for. I'm not sure why, but that's the one thing that has additional costs. All the other stuff, is free. So I mean, I think if you do sign up for one of those gyms, I think the important thing is like take advantage of the variety of stuff you can do. So it's like, hey, you always wanted to get into yoga, pencil it in. Do it once a week. Do it twice a week or something. Actually, do it twice a week so you get like some benefit, and then mix that in to the other stuff you do if you belong to one of those places. Take advantage of all the stuff that there is to offer.
Yeah.
The sauna, the things like that. I know like sauna has a great have a lot of benefits for you.
Yeah.
Get that cardiovascular, and there's actually been studies showing that doing the sauna actually helps you motivate you to work out more, right? Because your body is getting adjusted to, okay, I'm not used to having my heart rate up at 140, right? You know what I mean? Or something like that, because I don't work out that often. So you might do a light workout, then you do the sauna. That's going to get your heart rate up if you stay in there for 20, 25 minutes. And now you're like, okay, I'm adjusted. I'm used to having my heart rate up. Now I can work out a little bit more, right? It gives you a little more acclimation, right? You know what I mean? To having your body like that. And so that's a great way to get going as well. Never mind all the other benefits that you get. Just having that helps you mentally, right? Get over some hurdles to work out more.
Yeah.
As well as all those other benefits it comes with.
Oh, for sure. And I think there's got to be a benefit of networking too, and building relationships with other people, and that other people who are also investing in their health. And a lot of people will say like that's a lot of money, but there are ways for, if you're listening, you're like, I don't know if I can handle that, or I don't want to spend another membership subscription or whatever it is. It could be Peloton subscription, it could be gym membership, but there are ways to kind of subsidize that cost for yourself. So oftentimes your employer, right? We've talked about health and boosting productivity. It's in the best interest of employers to help their employees. So a lot of them will cover the cost or subsidize a cost on a monthly membership plan if they don't, or some places like big corporate places have gyms right there, on site, which is pretty cool.
Insurance companies as well do it, right? So
right,
but insurance companies taking care of the first $150 on a gym membership. And the reason why they do it, right, is because people who work out tend to get sick less, tend to get injured less, all those things. So that $150 for them,
it's a great investment.
Saves them $3,000 in insurance, like reimbursements and stuff like that. So
yeah, you almost feel like they should just cover it. You're interested in a membership, just pay a little more than $150 a year, but
yeah, but then you got to get into attendance issues and all that stuff. So they want to make
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. But it is a lot of, a gym membership you can subsidize it quite a bit. I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can add it to your daily life without spending a ton of money, I guess is my point for people listening. Just even going for a walk or lacing up the sneakers to go for a run.
Yeah, walk and body weight exercises. There's a lot of body weight exercises you can do that have a tremendous impact. Again, what I always say, I have a line that says, everything works, you just got to do it and do it consistently, right? So there's 1,000 different workout routines, you know what I mean? You should do it this way, you should do it that way, go to this. Everything works, but it only works when you do it consistently and over time. Similar to investing, right? A little bit, over time, a little bit, a lot of times makes a big difference, right? So you want to so even if you're doing a little bit, but you're doing it like it turns into a lot over time. And the same thing with working out, right?
Yeah, and I think so it's interesting. I think motivation is a big piece. Like a lot of people find it hard to go to the gym consistently, especially when they're starting out. They haven't been in a while or ever. It's hard to build that habitual, rhythm of going, that routine. Yeah. And I found just personally, there's two things I found really important to helping me overcome that. Is one thing of it is like, I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. Whatever, you can do anything for 10 minutes, right? So jump on the rower, go start walking for 10 minutes, do 10 minutes of push-ups and sit-ups, right? But that 10 minutes I find just personally, sample size of one is that will lead into 30 minutes to an hour. Just like that 10 minutes gets me in a better mood. And if I'm super busy that day, fine, at least I got 10 minutes. And then the other thing is finding a support group, like a bunch of friends to hold you accountable. Because for some reason, I think a lot of us will cancel on ourselves, right? So if I have an appointment to go to the gym this morning, something comes up, okay, no worries, like I won't go. But if it's more people, I think find it harder to cancel on other friends, right? So if you have a commitment to go play tennis with a group of people or go work out with a friend, go for a run, I think it's like that show, the documentary about blue zones. Like part of why those people live till they're 100 plus and they're in good health the whole time is that social piece.
Yeah.
So it's like the fitness, the walking, the social, right? And a lot of people had like a hard time. Did you guys watch that show?
I have not watched it. I'm
Read the
familiar with
Gladwell
it.
book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great documentary, but a lot of people ripped into it saying, well, they're promoting alcohol drinking. And it's not even because they're like a lot
No,
of
it's
people.
more social.
It's the social
It's
aspect
also
of
the being unplugged, right?
Yes.
Where you have a less stressful lifestyle because you're
Yep.
not wired in every day to everything that's going on. You have a much smaller world.
yeah.
And then the diet. Yep.
I was gonna say, I thought a glass or two of wine was good for you anyway. Now, isn't that?
No, I don't know if it is, but it's the social piece and getting rid of stress, and I think that's another thing that working out with friends helps with. You know, whether it's a run club.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that stress is the absolute worst thing for you. So
Yeah.
it's like worse for you than like cigarettes, right? You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things that that you want to eliminate. And working out and being with friends tends to be a less stressful situation, right? So
Yeah.
that's why it's so important. Yeah.
It's a great way to, I think that's why you have a lot of those over 55 communities, over 65 communities, especially down south Florida. It's such a great way to keep going. Like hang out with friends and socialize.
Do a lot of drinking in those communities too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I know we're coming to the end of the show, but I think overall this is such an important topic. We'd love to hear from you guys listening. Shoot us an email at hello@foxhillwealth.com if you have any questions about that, or if you want to figure out how much money you can invest from your health, or how to figure this out. It's great.
A little jumbled there.
It is.
But yeah, no, let's just get started, right? It's like anything, right? It's like investing. I love the saying, like one day or day one, right? You know what I mean? Like you can say one day you're going to start investing, one day you're going to start working out, or you can look at it and say, all right, today's day one. I'm going to get started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that little switch of mentality makes all the difference in the world. So
Every day's day one.
yeah.
That's great. Well, happy Valentine's Day, guys. Love you, boys.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys, Bill. See ya.
See ya.